Hello and welcome to Zan's Minimap. So if you recall, recently I did Journey Map, and now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go through all the other types of map that are actually available. There's obviously there's Opus and there's Ray's Minimap as well, for a grand total of 4 there. Now the cool thing about Zan's Minimap is that what I've actually able to do is it's actually interoperable with the other minimaps. So in this case, for instance, if we go into the if I go into the other map, which I should be able to that's it, yeah. If I go into this map here, what we're going to be able to do is we're going to be able to see that my waypoints that I've made are actually going to be put on the map. So you can see actually, I'm zoned out as fast as I can. But you can see that these little points are actually part of. So this point where you've got to show waypoints on and off. If I turn it off, you can see there's no waypoints there now. So that's a little bit of interoperability between Zan's Minimap and Journey Map that I wanted to show first of all. But of course, the main episode here is all about Zan's Minimap. So what can we do? Well, if we want to add a waypoint anywhere, now waypoints, of course, are how we traverse from one point to another, know where we're going, etc. If we want to add a waypoint, what we do is we'd press B, and that will let us choose a waypoint, choose whether it's enabled or not. Sometimes it's better not to enable it if you've got a lot of waypoints. Then we do choose a colour. We choose a colour for that waypoint, and we can choose which dimensions it's actually visible in. So we're not going to be able to see this if we're in the nether or in the end. It's pretty cool. Now we look at the actual map on the side there. There's a few things we can do with it. If we press X, we're going to get it right in the screen here, with a much bigger version of it. If we now press Z, we can zoom up to 1 times, 2 times, and 4 times. If we then press X again to escape out of it, it will actually save it to that particular setting. But I prefer 0.5, of course. Let's see the most, so that's what I'm going to go for. Now, there's also, if we press, let's see if we can get this. I. Well, yeah, I mean, all these keys are different for everything, I suppose. So, of course, we can hide it. If we hide it, we get this, get the coordinates. We can actually, yeah, choose to hide the coordinates as well. Change the size of it. Location, square on or off. You'll either get the beacons coming up or signs as well. Both is also the third of the 4 options. So, yeah, we can also change Old North. So if we put Old North on, where does Old North actually go? Yeah, it's always this confusion with South and North, isn't it? With 2 and 0, because it's not what you expect it to be. Yeah. But I won't focus too much on that. So there's Old North. In general, it's not really. There may be a use for it, but I haven't found that out yet. Then what can we do? Details performance. We can turn dynamic lighting on or off. There's also a modern infamy called dynamic lights, which does things slightly differently. This is one, isn't there, where you hold a torch, and as you walk around with the torch, that will dynamically light up the area. Things like that. We do a biome overlay, so we can see what biomes we're in. Do it 3 settings there. We can have a chunk grid as well. See where the chunks are on. And we can change water transparency. You can see the water changing there in the background. Probably just turning it off will add a little bit more to performance. And some various biome options as well. Radar. We can turn the radar on, so we can have random mobs, neutrals. So we see all the animals there. Player names, mob helmets, icon outlines. Or alternately, what we could do is, if we only wanted to see, say, the cows here, what we could do is we could turn this on, turn it off actually, and we could just organize it here. So if we find a cow, we haven't actually got. This only. Oh, this is only for hostile mobs, then I guess. Looks that way, doesn't it? Disable mob icon. So this may actually be down. Let me just try turning some of these on. We may find now that this is going to work better. Now I'll go to that section in a moment. I just wanted to check this. Yeah, there we go. So basically, this this section here is what's going to define what appears in this category here. So let's hide the chickens. So we know there's chickens there. Okay, and we can see that there's no chickens now. And then all we have to do is simply enable it. And the chickens have returned. Okay, good. So, yes, we've done the performance radar, we've done all that. Controls. Yeah, I have got it. Luckily, these do work at the moment. You can toggle the mobs. You can zoom as well when you're not in the... So I've shown all these as well, yeah. So you can zoom as well when you're not in X mode, in this mode. So you can zoom here and it will save it, or you can just zoom straight from the map. It doesn't really make much difference. And yeah, so for instance, in waypoints, you can see I've got various selection here. So you can choose to enable or disable them. But of course, they still appear here. They just won't appear in the world. We can edit them. We can put all the different stuff we want on them. We've also got this options menu that lets you the distance. You can change the most death points. You can turn that off, or just most recent death point. And we've got the max distance from 50. Well, I guess yeah. Once it gets 10,000, it just calls it infinite. So yeah. So normally, so you can see the more I put on, the more waypoints that are appearing in the background. Well, there'll be more, but yeah. So we'll just put it on about 750. There we go. So and then we can just press teleport, for instance, and here we've teleported to a certain area that I've got here, and yeah, you can just do, and you can teleport really wherever you like. So here's the area where I did a load of portals and things. And yeah, it's just it's a convenient way just to teleport about, really. So yeah, I think that's going to do it for Zan's Minimap. So I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.